Hi, welcome to Springer's Adventures. Frank here. Well, it's almost that time of year again. We're only a couple days away from the official start of Bike Week 2024 in Daytona Beach. I've done this a couple years now in a row. I try to put out a little video ahead of time. If you guys are on your way down or if you're already down there, I'm going to give a couple tips on places to go, things to see, and places that have some good craft beer. Been going down there since around 1978, so kind of know a little bit down around that area. So just going to go throw some things out there. You know, there's plenty of pamphlets that you'll find along all the venues down there giving you different things with the concert schedules and all that. So just going to give a little insight that maybe you guys don't know about. And I think these are all worthwhile things that I'm going to put out there. So without further ado, let's go check out and see what things you could do this year down in Daytona. Let's go. All right, so before anybody starts asking, no, this is not a t-shirt for Bike Week 2024. It's actually one of my old ones, I think from like 1994 or so. So, that one's not available. All right. So in case you didn't know, Bike Week in Daytona basically started in 1937. It started with racing on the beach. No, not that photo. That was actually something from the 70s, that when we used to do it down there. But Daytona Beach was always a really cool spot. Never know what you're going to see there on the beach. So there's always a lot of nice sights on the beach over there for the guys. And for the ladies too. My wife reminded me there's always eye candy out there on the beach for the women as well. So of course, it always was to welcome all the bikers down there. So, and of course, nothing beats riding down Main Street. You'll do it once or twice and then say that's enough. The Boot Hill Saloon, that's always a cool spot to go hang out and watch everybody doing their antics and stuff like that. I mean, even look at that young kid there. Who's he starting to do a wheelie at that young age? But the Main Street was always the place to go, but it has slowed down over the years. Things are moving further out. And we'll get into that in a second. So the first thing I want to tell anybody is the first weekend of Daytona Bike Week is the DeLand Bike Week. So you could head over to DeLand and check that out. They shut down the streets, and that's a really cool little spot to go over there to check out. And also the first Saturday of Bike Week is the Sons of Speed down in New Smyrna. That's the old vintage board track racing, and I've been there several times. That's really cool. That'd be a must-see if you've never been to that one. That's pretty neat there. The first Sunday of Bike Week back over in DeLand is at OB's Tavern over there. A bar is a old school bike show. I've never made it to that one, but I heard that one's pretty good, so I'm going to put it out there on the list. If you go to that one or have been to that one, or drop me a comment below. Let me know how that one was. So if you're into craft beer, I highly, highly recommend the Ormond Brewing Company. It's down off of Division Street. It's almost up in Ormond Beach up there. It's closer to Ormond than it is Daytona. It's back in a little industrial park. Real good, solid beers. Definitely do that. And that there little Ormond Brewing Garage, that's just the sign they have inside, painted on the door, some old artwork in there. But really cool, eclectic little place, good place to hang out, good craft beer, and they actually have a small kitchen in there, so you can grab a bite to eat as well. So after that, if you're heading, let's take a ride and head up to A1A and going up toward Flagler Beach. First and foremost, one of my favorite spots to eat is High Tide's Snack Jacks. It's on the right-hand side. It's before you hit the Flagler Beach. Little cool, eclectic mom-and-pop little seafood shack. Fish sandwiches are to die for. The shrimp is to die for. Never had a bad meal there. So black and red fish sandwich, it's like, oh my God, it is great. So you'll see all the bikes parked out there. It's right there on the ocean, so really cool little spot. So go check that one out. All right, let's see what's next. So if you think you're ready for another little craft beer up in Flagler, right there at the little intersection is Coquina Coast Brewing Company. Little small little brewery right there, good solid beers. And usually during Bike Week, I'm not sure if whether it was on Friday or Saturday night at the beginning and end, but they actually even had a band up there play a couple times. So that was pretty cool, and these guys were pretty good. They were playing there. So that's another little brewery to check out, Coquina Coast. Go check them out. All right, let's keep riding. So, in my opinion, this is the top ride in the state of Florida, and that's just driving up along the coast with the Atlantic Ocean on your right-hand side as you drive north. It's just a really cool, nice ride. You'll see the beach all the way up. There's a couple spots where they've been starting to build a lot, so it's you can't see the beach and everything like that, which kind of stinks. But for the most part, you get some really nice views of the beach along the side, and there's several spots you could pull over. So heading up toward St. Augustine, we're going to take a ride up there, and that's a really, like I said, just a really nice ride. About halfway between, say, Ormond and Flagler. I remember, no, take that back. Between Ormond and St. Augustine, so north of Flagler, there's a little barbecue joint it's located on the left-hand side. It's called the Captain's Barbecue at Bing's Landing. Like I said, you'll see a small sign. I think there's a Publix on the right before you see it there, and then this will be on the left. And like I said, it's about halfway between Flagler and St. Augustine. But got the munchies or something along the ride, you want to stop and just get a glass of iced tea or something like that, cool little spot to stop there. All right, let's head up towards St. Augustine further. So the first couple places up in St. Augustine, hey, I got to throw a couple more breweries out, right? So my two favorites, and I think there's 4 or 5 now up in St. Augustine, but these are my two favorites. So you got Bog Brewery. It's on West King Street. Great beers, nice owner, really cool, eclectic little spot. And then actually on A1A on the Anastasia Island, you got Old Coast Ales, another very solid brewery. Really cool owner. The guy is very nice. He knows us, so it's just really great beers at those two spots there. You can't go wrong. If you get a hankering for food while you're up in St. Augustine, there's tons of restaurants downtown. Parking is that kind of a premium, but there is definitely a lot of places to eat. And I think they shut off a couple of the parking spots there just for Bike Store and Bike Week, so that's a cool thing there as well. New spot that we just found, and as long as I've been going up there, I never knew this place existed there. So it's Meehan's Irish Pub. It's right downtown. Kind of overlooks the bay. It's right on the main drag right there. I had a corned beef sandwich. Look at the size of that thing. I mean, they were not bashful with the corned beef like on a marbled rye. Oh my God, it was to die for. I think my wife had like bangers and mash, and it was great as well. So new spot to try if you're up there. Springer gives it 2 thumbs up. Give that one a shot. All right, let's keep going. All right, so I head back down to Daytona. So on Thursday, we have the Chopper Time show over there at the Tropical Tattoo. That's an old school bike show, plenty of shovels and pans and flatheads, oh my. So that's a really cool little thing. That's on the Thursday. Definitely highly recommend that one. You do have the Boardwalk show. I think it's on that Friday over there. I'll list that over there for you guys. That's always a neat hole, the Rat's Hole show on the Boardwalk, okay? And then, of course, let's not forget, you always have something going over there at the racetrack. You got all the different style races over there. You got anything from the flat track to the motocross, King of the Baggers. So plenty of action always going on over there. Plenty of vendors over there as well. So that's always a cool place to go as well. So how about now? We want to head out on US 1. We'll go out there to the places out there. You got the Iron Horse right there. Oops, wrong picture of the Iron Horse. That's me showing my age. That's the Iron Horse from back in the 80s when it was down off of Main Street. But anyways, on US 1, you got the Iron Horse. You always got plenty of bands going on out there and stuff like that. Right across the street, you got the Broken Spoke, and they'll have bands. They got a couple of shows going on there, Garage Builder show, paint show, and different things going on over at that one as well. All right, you go from there, you can head out, and you can be at the Destination Daytona. Destination Daytona has always a bunch of stuff. I heard that more of the vendors are going to be over there at the racetrack as opposed to some of the vendors that used to be out there at Destination Daytona. I also heard they're going to have a ton of used bikes out there for sale this year. So who knows? If you're in the market for a used bike, maybe a place to go check out. While you're over there at Destination Daytona, the Saints and Sinners pub over there. They got a little bar out there and always have bands playing at the bar. So that's a really cool little spot. I actually heard if you're a fan of Jasmine Kane, she'll be playing out there. I know she always used to play downtown, but I did notice that some of the bands and the artists that played downtown will be out there either at Broken Spoke, at the Iron Horse, or out by Destination Daytona. So make sure and check out your schedule to see who's playing there. So if you're out for the day and it's starting to get dark, don't forget the trail. Again, the trail is always a pretty cool there. They call that the loop. Kind of heads from Daytona up through Ormond, goes back through like the swamps and the intercoastals. Here's some pictures of it at kind of like at dusk as the sun is starting to set. So that's always pretty cool. That's a nice little ride going through there.
And last but not least, you got the 3 swap meets going on. You got the one at the Daytona Beach Stadium, you got the Jam On Productions over there at the flea market, and then you got the motorcycle swap meet at the Volusia County Fairgrounds.
Well, I hope you liked that little tutorial of places to go, places to eat, rides, things to see, and a couple places that have a nice, good cold craft beer. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions at all on any of the places that I put there, by all means, shoot a comment below. I'll try to get back to you. And if you're down there already, be safe. If you're on your way down there, don't forget, be safe while you're down there. Don't do anything crazy. The cops would like to pull you over. So don't want to get a ticket or end up in jail during Daytona Bike Week. So if you happen to see the old Springer out there, there's not too many out there, by all means, yell at me, say hi, give me a thumbs up, shoot me the peace sign, whatever the case may be. So anyways, take care, and hope to see you guys over in Daytona, and be safe.